The Washington Commanders hit the road for Week 10, trying to become the first team to defeat the Philadelphia Eagles, who have officially adopted a new fight song. John Cougar Mellencamp is playing non-stop on 102.9 right now.
Oh, yay! Oh, yay!
If this was 2021, Washington would have to have a good run defense to slow Philadelphia's offense. But this is 2022. Pick your poison. Washington stacks the box to stop the run, then they deal with Jalen Hurts, Mr. MVP candidate, letting it fly.
Comes down with the football. It's a touchdown.
It was a perfect strike by Jalen Hurts.
He dominated a good Texans pass defense with his arm. He's looked pretty dominant as a passer all year. 12 touchdowns, only 2 picks. King Kong Bundy-sized passer rating, i.e. triple X.
He throws. Touchdown. Dallas Goedert.
Commanders have a major wide receiver to cover and a pretty high-end tight end as well. A.J. Brown and Dallas Goedert, flexing their pass-catching muscles in Week 9, accounted for more than 50% of Hurts' targets, 160 yards between them, 2 touchdowns.
He is firing, and it is a touchdown. A.J. Brown.
Hurts throwing. Open. Who else? Goddard. Touchdown.
Devontae Smith always looms, just less than 30 yards per game the last 3. He's feeling a little Jan Brady lately. AJ. So how difficult is it going to be for Brown to have a big game versus Washington? They haven't played the pass well this season. They've given up a rating close to 100 to wide receivers specifically. They faced Justin Jefferson in Week 9, gave up 115 yards and a touchdown to him. Washington's pass rush needs to take advantage of their advantage. They have one of the highest pressure rates in the NFL. 2 sacks, 11 QB hits in Week 9.
3rd and 11 is a sack up the middle. There goes Daron Payne.
Problem is, sacking Hurts in and of itself hasn't mattered much. He's gotten planted 3+ times in a game, 5 times this season.
Hurts is trapped. And down he goes at the 33-yard line.
You know what Philadelphia's record is in those games? So it's more trying to pressure him into bad decisions. Washington's great pressure rate has not led to a lot of bad decisions by quarterbacks. We haven't even touched on Philadelphia's rush attack. Miles Sanders, another 5.5 per run effort last week. He's been healthy, knock on wood. So that's the norm for him.
Miles Sanders. Touchdown.
Hurts hasn't even run much the last 2 games. Washington has played running quarterbacks well at least, 3.5 yards per carry allowed. Hurts knows firsthand, only had 20 yards on 9 carries when these two met in Week 3. Philadelphia won that game 24-8, but it was the defense that led the way. Sacked Carson Wentz 9 times.
He fumbles the football. Let's see. I think the Eagles are on it. They are.
This week, they'll try and shake up the Heineken. Taylor Heinicke, 2 touchdowns last week, but a pick, only 149 yards, only 5.3 yards per attempt, rating under 80. Heinicke faced a decent amount of pressure too, sacked 3 times, hit 7 times.
And Heinicke is sacked at the 20.
Heineken faces a DUI checkpoint at almost every crossing this week with this defense.
It is deflected and intercepted on the deflection.
Prime time play, mate. Prime time play is a big time game.
Don't need to rip off stats for Philadelphia's play against quarterbacks. First, he's got to deal with Robert De Niro, Val Kilmer, Tom Sizemore. Eagles versions, Fletcher Cox, Hassan Reddick, Javon Hargrave. Philadelphia has tallied 26 sacks in 8 games. Hargrave with the sack trick last week.
He's hit. He's sacked. Again, it's Hargrave.
With Heinicke dealing with that kind of heat, Peter Griffin, oh, there it is, he said it. It's going to make finding Terry McLaurin tough this week. Mr. Get in formation is going to be on him all game. Did Darius Slay play last week? He gets that a lot. Here's the context I can provide. Philadelphia's other outside cornerback, James Bradberry, holding quarterbacks to a 40.1 rating, one of the lowest in the NFL.
Interception! That'll do it! As Bradberry came up with the interception.
Yet, as good as he's been, Bradberry has faced 17 more targets than Slay. Quarterbacks are like, the anvil is tough, but I don't want him tagging into the hitman. Slay is holding quarterbacks to the lowest rating in the NFL. How scary is the Terry he's going to try and shadow? He only caught 5 of 9 targets last week, 50 yards and change. He's the big threat, though.
It ends up in the head. of Terry McLaurin.
Hey, Philadelphia has not played the run well. There's that. Didn't play it well in Week 9, over 130 yards to Dameon Pierce. Haven't played it well in 2022 at all. Oh no, they're still 8-0, which is the score NFL.com writer Grant Gordon predicted for last week's Philadelphia win over the Texans. He got the winner right, but 8 points? Like, what was he thinking? Wait, is he going to guess 9-0 this week? I feel like Bad Santa all of a sudden with that funny kid. All of a sudden, it's like, is Gordon with me?